Over the course of his campaign, President Trump repeatedly promised to repeal Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, Obama's signature Immigration Reform Act. DACA gave temporary status to so-called dreamers, undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children, granting them protection from deportation and the legal right to work. But since taking office, Trump has wavered on whether to end the program, which would have far-reaching consequences, and not just for the dreamers themselves.
Jasmine Sosa is one of roughly 750,000 young undocumented immigrants whose future, ever since the election of Donald Trump, is uncertain.
Hello, hi, I was returning somebody's call.
Thanks to DACA, Jasmine is able to go to work every day as a paralegal at a law firm in downtown Philadelphia, where she helps other immigrants file paperwork for their own DACA applications. 4 years ago, Jasmine had no work permit, no driver's license, and no social security number. As far as the government was concerned, she didn't exist. She even moved back to Mexico for a time in high school, thinking she had no future in the US, but she decided to return. On the way back, while she was pregnant with her daughter, she was kidnapped by smugglers south of the border. Back in Philadelphia, she worked alongside her mother as a janitor, cleaning empty private schools at night and getting paid under the table in cash.
Good afternoon, everybody.
All that changed in 2012 when President Obama announced Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA.
These are young people who study in our schools, they play in our neighborhoods, they're friends with our kids, they pledge allegiance to our flag.
Tens of thousands of immigrants immediately rushed to apply for the program. If they were 30 or younger when the program came out and could prove that they had come to the US before they were 16, DACA would protect them from deportation and also allow them to obtain legal work permits and other government documents. What went through your head when you found out that DACA existed?
I remember I was in my living room holding my daughter and I was crying. That was my reaction to it. I thought it was amazing. I thought I would be able to work in something I liked and not something I was forced to do just for the money.
Jasmine is 24 now, and she's become the linchpin of her family. Her salary supports a household of 5, including her mother, Maria, who is also undocumented. Maria used to work 2 jobs. Now she works part-time cleaning schools and spends the rest of the day caring for the family's 2 children, taking them to school while Jasmine is at work. This could all end soon. Jasmine's DACA runs out in March, a mere few weeks from now. She's already applied to renew it, but whether that actually happens depends on the new president of the United States.
And how about all of the millions that are waiting online, going through the process legally? So unfair.
During his campaign, Trump promised to end DACA immediately. He's backtracked since then, but has remained vague about his plans.
They shouldn't be very worried. I do have a big heart. We're going to take care of everybody. We're going to have a very strong border. We're going to have a very solid border.
Philadelphia is a self-proclaimed sanctuary city, meaning it limits cooperation with the federal government on immigration enforcement. So, in the event that Trump ends DACA immediately, people like Jasmine are somewhat less likely to get deported here than if they lived elsewhere. And unlicensed drivers like Maria can drive to work knowing that getting pulled over will probably not lead to deportation. Hundreds of jurisdictions across the country don't comply with federal immigration authorities, and a handful of major cities call themselves sanctuaries. Even though Trump has threatened to deprive them of federal funding, many, including Philadelphia, have pledged to fight the new administration. But there are other approaches Trump could take. He could simply let DACA expire, meaning that one by one, people like Jasmine would lose their ability to work legally. Trump's conflicting statements have sown panic among dreamers and their families.
How close are we on the U visa?
Good. I have letters, character.
Wayne Sachs, the attorney who leads the law firm where Jasmine works, has watched many immigrants wrestle with the question of whether to continue living their lives out in the open.
Amongst the clients, It's been fear and paralysis. What does this mean? Should I go to court when I'm scheduled to go to court? Can I renew my driver's license? Can I go to school next semester?
If Trump follows through on his promise to end DACA, whichever way he does it, life for Jasmine and her mom will change irrevocably. Jasmine is one of the lucky ones. Because Philadelphia is a sanctuary city, she would likely get to stay. But the life she and her family were building would be destroyed.
¿Usted cómo le haría sentir que a Jasmine le toque dejar el trabajo que tiene ahora y le toque regresar a donde estaba antes?
Para mí va a ser algo difícil. Me sentiría muy mal. Quiero que ella sea alguien que se prepare mejor que nosotros, ¿verdad? Mejor que uno.